Good day, ma'am. Good day, classmates. This is my discussion about the four practice of forensic chemistry. First is collection or reception of the specimen to be examined. It is so important that whenever possible, the chemist should personally collect all the specimen necessary for the examination. So, importante gyud daw nga during the examination, chemist gyud ang mo-collect og specimen for it is to be represented in court o kung ano ni siya during sa trial. Something essential to the elucidation of the problem may be omitted, and in some cases, questions regarding the collection and transit of the specimen are raised during the trial. So, natay guiding principles to be observed in the practice of forensic chemistry. First is sufficiency of samples. Police are usually inclined to be regardly in taking samples probably because they have an unqualified belief in the magic of such analytical instrument as the microscope and spectrograph. This mistake should be avoided. B. Standard for comparison. To the evidence in question is found in the presence of foreign solution, a sample of the foreign substance must be submitted for analysis. So, ang evidence in question is found in the presence of foreign solution. Sample sa foreign substance must be submitted for analysis. So, C. Maintenance of individuality. Batch evidence kuno must be collected and preserved as separate sample. So, separate daw ning collected evidence. So, there must be no mixing or intermingling. Dili daw dapat magkasagol-sagol of unknown with known. So, D. Labeling and sealing. Evidence will have no value in court in spite of the good report of the expert if the specimen cannot be identified and possibility of tampering excluded. So, the second practice of forensic chemistry is the actual examination of specimen. Ang actual nga pag-examine sa specimen. So, ang first step sa examination of an article is to scrutinize it carefully and write down sa laboratory notebook ang complete description sa external appearance, apil na ang manner of which it is secured and particulars of the sealing. So, muna siya. Third type sa practice of forensic chemistry is communication of the results of the examination. So, ang results sa examination nga gi-conduct is communicated to the requesting party on the form of a written which must include an enumeration description of the packing, sealing, and labeling. Date of receipt. Ang date sa receipt from when received, the purpose of the examination, the findings, and conclusion. So, dapat ma-appeal ni siya. The findings should include a brief but sufficient record as all significant facts noted examinations. The last and fourth practice of forensic chemistry is the court appearance. So, ang written report sa chemist is usually supplementary. So, at a later date by oral evidence if the case is brought to the court or fiscal's office. So, in court, appearance of witness must be composed and as much as possible, avoid being irritated by upgrading of the opposite counsel as Brevard said, it is the law has made you witness. Ang law ang naghimo sa imo nga witness. So, magpabilin ka nga innocent person to ruin or para makadaot ka or makasave. So, you must hear witness within the limits of science. So, dirita sa number 2, sa assignment number 2. Second question. 6 golden rules in the practice of forensic chemistry. So, first rule is go slowly. Ang good work cannot be hurried. So, ang nindot nga dili man ni siya pinaspasay. So, kung gusto niyo makita nga nindot imong work, imong mga ginabuhat is di ta magdali-dali. So, dapat timing lang. Therefore, take all the necessary to make the case complete. So, no matter how urgent it may, bisag unsa daw kapas dinalian ni or how pressing others may be for the result, it is generally possible to adjourn a case if the work cannot be finished in time. So, motto. Second is be thorough. Make a careful and minute examination of everything, and do not be satisfied by a qualitative analysis if a quantitative one be possible. It always pays to do too much rather than too little, and it is difficult to foresee what or will not be required in court. The third rule is take notes. So, keep a full, neat, and clear record of everything seen and done. So, from the word take notes, so sulat. Number 4, consult others. Many cases will head the expert into paths with which he is not familiar, and when this happens, he should consult those who are most likely to know. Dapat mag-consult ka sa laing tao kung wala ka kabalo sa imong buhaton. The fifth is use imagination. This is somewhat hazardous advice since an expert with a vivid and uncontrolled imagination is a most dangerous person. A disciplined imagination, however, which enables inferences and deduction. 6 is avoid complicated theories. The simplest explanation is the most likely to be the right one. Ang pinakasimple na explanation pero precise and concise is mao daw tong kasagaran na tama. Thank you.